Good evening, everyone. Hope everyone is well. Welcome to another episode of Strike While the Iron's Hot. A little bit different because, as you can see, if you haven't noticed, we're not doing this live because Shugsy, the
Busy.
host, is away.
I'm away.
So, literally, as we speak right now, you are away in. Actually, where are you going? Actually,
Don't really like to reveal that type of thing, but let's say I'm crossing where you don't need to be injected. Hey, social media isn't my private life. My private life isn't social media. But yeah, I'm going
no,
away
but hold
into
on,
Europe.
hold on. This
I'm
isn't
going to
about
Europe.
social media. I'm asking you, like,
Yeah, I know.
where you
But you
going?
didn't ask me that off the camera. I would have answered that off the camera. You come on camera, people start getting into your business. Oh, he's over there. Oh, he's there. No, we don't do it
Okay,
like that.
so are you going to be in London or are you going abroad?
No, I'm going to Europe.
I think I know where you're going.
You should do.
No, no,
But what do you,
yeah, yes, I'm going. Yeah.
man? I got to strike while the iron's hot, right?
Well, welcome everyone to the show. Please like and subscribe. Big shout out to like Shugsy, and again, thank you for like doing this pre-recorded show. So let's go straight into it.
Yep.
This show is about football banter. What constitutes football banter? What do we think about football banter?
Mhm.
Like where are the lines blurred, etc. So yeah, I'd say kind of let's go straight into it.
Mhm.
Shugs, what do you term as football banter?
Okay. I'll, all right. I haven't thought about this, but let's
Uh,
let's let's
yeah,
try and
yeah,
go
and
for it.
also as well, like I only told Shugsy about this a couple of hours ago. Shugsy has
Mhm.
no idea what I'm literally going to ask. We have no idea
Yep.
what either of us are going to say, and I think
Mhm.
that's why the show works because I
Yep.
can always answer the questions properly while you
Mm.
hide away and shirk away into shadows about
That's
certain,
it.
certain
That's
conversations.
it. And the beautiful thing with our answers is mine's are always accurate.
Yours are really.
Always accurate.
Well,
That's the
actually, no,
difference
no, they are
between
actually. No, they
yeah.
are.
All right.
No, they
Love,
are.
love.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go into the question. The question was, what would I term as deem football banter?
Mm.
I think football banter is. Oh, sorry. Are we terming as banter or football banter?
Well, let's stick with football banter.
Okay, football banter. I think football banter is a way to build bridges to kind of bring a unity between fellows, between footballers. Uh, a way that you can have a joke about something that could be a, could norm in the normal world be an insecurity in the normal world, be something you shy away from. There's always a hint of truth in it, but it's dramatized to create the comedy effect. It's like stand-up comedy, basically. You dramatize it. Person comes in some fancy shoes, and you know what I mean. You might say, "Oh, what you turned up in your wedding shoes for?" You know what I mean? Like, it's obviously not wedding shoes, but you want to make it feel like they've really overdressed for the occasion. So
Mm.
if you're defining it as that, yeah, I would just say it's kind of a way to bridge the gap,
Mm.
especially between strangers.
Yeah.
We know each other football wise, but yeah, go on.
Yeah. No, you are absolutely correct. I think especially when you join a new club, like the
Hmm.
banter kind of breaks the ice, and then people know each other's character. Because of course,
Mm,
there's like some players that will banter more and will have a lot more dry humor than others. And then of course it depends on you as a person,
hmm,
how you banter back. That will
hmm,
determine almost your kind of social circle within a team.
hmm.
isn't it?
Hmm?
I don't know. I mean, uh,
No,
when
I think in essence that's what it's meant to create. Um, Obviously, you're going to go into uh, a wider uh, kind of uh, medium of how banter's used for and against.
mm,
But yeah, in general, even referees, you'll find referees banter players, players banter referees. You know what I mean? Like you might see a referee today and say, "Keep your cards in your pocket today, ref." You know what I mean? Like you ain't getting paid overtime. That's banter to a ref. Ref might likewise say, "You know what I mean? Try not to get yourself booked today." You know what I mean? Try not to
yeah,
have an
oh,
early bar. Try to stay on.
yeah,
Help your
yeah,
team out
oh,
for one. It's
yeah,
bants.
yes, yes. So,
Do you know what I mean?
so when you joined Independent, did you suffer from any banner?
I suffered from too much banter. In truth, yeah, didn't make it easy on myself, but I definitely suffered from too much
Yeah,
banter.
yeah, yeah. I wasn't there.
Yeah,
No,
I'm glad you wasn't there.
but, okay, but I mean, without going into too much, but I
Yeah,
mean, like you said, oh, no, okay. On a kind of serious note,
yeah.
um, did you think it was fair the banter on
No,
you?
I think you remember I said it's a slightly dramatized. I
Yeah, yeah,
think
yeah,
my banner was overly dramatized, so it was like,
yeah.
and I will go deeper into it why it becomes a bit tedious at times
Mhm.
later on, because I'm sure you're going to ask certain questions, and I'll refer back to why it can be tedious or taken wrongly, or all right, time out now, all right, you know what I mean? But I've grown up in the football banter. I've grown up in a period of era where being racist towards you was banter. And as a black player, you were meant to just take it. Don't be babyish about it. It's nothing. Just banter it. Just banter. So you naturally learn to be resilient, learn to be strong. And as you get older, because maybe as a 16, 17-year-old, you may not know how to respond verbally. You may want to fight, you may want to go away, don't want to come back. But as you get older, you learn how to respond to them and look out and kind of turn their energy back onto them and make the teammates laugh at them. Because no one really likes to be laughed at. They want to be the ones that make everyone laugh.
So,
So yeah, go on.
so, so, I mean, two questions, and you've kind of really opened up the whole conversation, which is absolutely great. Um,
Hmm.
so there's my first question is: do you
Yeah.
think the banter culture, the football banter culture, has changed, which you touched upon, and also as well, do you think because of certain football banter,
Hmm.
we like now have, I'd say, a generation of football players with certain, um, certain, and literally, I don't want to just kind of brush this under the carpet or kind of or literally make light of it, but some like sort of me- um mental fatigue and mental weakness, because sometimes banter can come across as bullying. So like now, do you think there's you know that has kind of I'd say increased or literally made more people aware as I've got older that wow, like that like type of banter wasn't right, and now it's affecting me in my next stage of my life.
I think it definitely has that. And I think with everything, there must be balance. That's my key kind of philosophy. There must be balance. Like you and I go at it, and a lot of people on this show see us going at it, and we come from different stances. So in the public eye, we're constantly going at it, but we actually balance it, make more so off screen than on screen, with compliments, with encouragement. Now, if you're giving a person a lot of compliments, encouragement, they can take your banter. They'll be able to take your banter a lot more than if you're either criticizing them or bantering them.
Mm.
because they're like, you don't like me, or you know what I mean. That's how it becomes. It becomes
Ye-
like you're always going at me. And I know certain characters, they constantly in banter mode. They never just say, "You're right, mate. How's things going? How's the family?" You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You want a drink or anything? Let me buy you a drink. They don't soften it with that. They just constantly, you know what I mean? Like,
Mm.
go get back to your missus now, yeah? Under the rod, yeah? You know what I mean? Just constant, it's just constant banter. You think,
Well, I
just,
mean, but
yeah.
again, like, is that banter or is that a tinge of bullying? And
And this is what,
again, like,
and
bullying is a strong, strong word.
no, cool.
And but again,
Well, it is bullying if the person isn't bantering you back. If the person, you, if you're, if you pay attention to a person's body language, you'll see when they stop liking something. They'll either go quiet or they'll become much more aggressive. Their answers will become shorter. You know, they're just not feeling it. They'll shy away from the group gatherings. Oh yeah, we're going for a little meal. You know, you want to come after? Nah, gotta go. They're not even giving you a reason to go. So if you read that, that's when you need to slow down on the bantering and say, you know what I mean, everything all right. You know what I mean, come for a drink, man. You know what I mean, just quit the banter for at least for the day. No more banter. You know what I mean? I mean, especially not that it should make a difference, but especially if say a person's on the bench, or maybe they're new to the team and they don't know anyone in the team.
yeah,
They can
and
be
sorry,
no, yeah. So they can feel like outsiders. Just trying to get, because I've been in that scenario in teams when I was younger, and you don't really know anything. You're the young gun. You're trying to make an impression, and you just feel like no one likes you, or they're hating on you. I'll get onto that term a little bit later, but they're hating on you. It's like they're just always taking shots, and you're thinking you haven't even got to know who I am,
mm,
and all you're doing is shooting at me. Like
mm,
this is where they get it wrong with banter. If you don't get to know someone's life, then you don't know the words that trigger them, that put them into kind of a moment of collapse. Like you might have a go at them with their missus. They might be going through divorce, but you wouldn't know that because you haven't got to know them. So it's all good you saying that. Do you know what I mean? You could you could talk about how you shoot blanks. They could have just lost a child. You know what I mean? Like this is when you have to be careful what you say. Don't make it personal. You know what I mean? Say work. You know, if they do a bad touch, what would you say? Work on your touch, mate. Come on. You know what I mean? Sort it out. You know what I mean? But
mm,
likewise, give them the kind of encouragement. You know what I mean? Just compose yourself. Like give them the stuff that might make them say, "I will work on my touch." You know what I mean? Or yeah, when we do let's do a little session, man. Come with me, man. We work on some bits. Show them so they don't feel like your words are an attack. It's like it's comical, but ultimately I'm your teammate. That means you're my family member. I'm here for you. Likewise, opposition. Respect your opposition. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they're your opposition, and yeah, you're warring with them on the pitch. But after the pitch, shake them up. Like, you don't have to constantly make it war. I found in this vets league, some people continue the war before and after matches. By all means, go to war in a match because you're trying. It's like me and you may play against each other this season. I won't have a problem with you having a go at me in the match. Obviously, you still want a man to have a little bit of integrity. You don't have to get super personal and
mm, yeah, yeah,
start with
yeah.
anything just to get me off my games. Just a bit over the top. But I don't mind you going at me, oh, Shugsy, come on then, show me you can score against me. Then you're nothing, you're weak, blah blah blah. Working your touch, whatever you got to say, I don't mind that. But before the game, you don't need to say that. And after the game, you say, man, well done. You're at my bro. Hope you're good. Hope you go on and have a great yeah. After, if you just keep it, yeah, blah blah blah, it's like, bro, it sound like you want me to fail. Like, sound like you know what I mean? Like, what is the issue? We finished our match and you're still, you know what I mean? So I think with a lot of teams I've seen, they just go over the top. It's like it's the bully trying to give themselves an ego boost from the crowd laughters, the likes on the online, and yeah, that's funny, blah blah blah. But sometimes the bully is the one that's the one with the biggest insecurities, and that's why they do it. And that's why I say there's a certain way to banter. I talk about it a lot on your shows where I say, you know what I mean? There's a way to banter. Say something smart, not a problem. And even say something that that person, at least that person knows he's actually, it's nonsense. It's nonsense. It's not really true. So I can deal with that. You know what I mean? But likewise, don't say something that the people might feel is true, which now you've created a new narrative for other people to now smear that person with that false information. You know what I mean? It's not banter now.
Yeah.
Like now everyone's just gonna use it against me and you know what I mean?
I think now, and you touched upon it before, regarding when you are bantering with like someone and then you can see their body language,
Yeah.
but like the issues that we're all finding, and I, even though I don't want to use you as an example, but of course I like remember
Mm,
like the whole situation, and
mm,
like the banter was kind of going on, but
mm.
everything was over WhatsApp. So
Yeah,
no one had really any idea how you was
true.
feeling,
Yeah,
how no one's feeling. Literally, I've been bantered. Yeah,
yeah.
I think everyone in the group, or in like any group,
Mm-hmm.
like WhatsApp is so easily accessible, and like you feel that that you're seeing the person because you are talking to
Mm,
them all the time,
mm,
but you're not seeing them, and again, because of the narrative of what people were saying about you. When I first saw you, or
yeah.
literally when I first met you, I can already had an image in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
Makes
this is
sense.
literally this is something that
Yeah.
I've not even spoke to you about.
Mm-hmm.
So when I first met you, or literally
Yeah.
when I knew that you was going training, the
Yeah.
image of my mind was going to be a ruffian that was hot headed,
Yeah.
that would just want to fight everyone.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
literally. So like even like myself, I was kind of very cautious
Yeah.
of going in with the first challenge, or what I'm saying,
Yeah.
because even though we are training, that
Yeah.
was that was my image.
Yeah. Of
Literally,
course.
you know what I mean?
That's it. I think on that subject, the only thing that irritated me really in it, because it wasn't really anything big, the only thing that irritated me really was the people that were bantering me were the people that didn't know me and I didn't know them. Whereas the people I did know in the side weren't really bantering me. So it was like I can take it from someone who knows, you know what I mean? But when it's someone that you don't even know, they're proper throwing shots, so you think, you know what? I don't really like this, you know.
Yeah,
I want to tell this person what I really want to tell them, but I know they may not mean what they actually say. You
yeah,
know what I mean? It's like I'm now in battle mode, but I have to put down the weapons. It's not it's not a weapons situation, but you know what I mean? And
yeah,
as you said, even the reason why they were banning me, it it wasn't even I kind of got dealt with badly by a referee. And I didn't even yeah, so really and truly it was like I felt that badly done by a ref. Now I'm getting gunned by people I don't know. And you're just thinking, all right, enough is enough now. We've had it. You know what I mean? I got woken up about 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm looking just flurry of banter. That's what irritated me as well. I woke up to it. I woke up and I was
right.
reading like tons of messages. I'm thinking, what? I haven't said one word. And
No,
I'm
but you know what?
getting,
Like,
yeah.
but let's listen, I'm not
Mm,
disagreeing with you.
mm,
So literally, please, honestly, I'm not.
mm,
Also, as well, it can be a term of endearment, and again,
true,
it's a way of including you in the team as well. But
true,
again,
true.
like no one knows how you felt,
Yeah.
So again, it's again, like, it's kind of good for you to kind of talk about this, because again, like,
Yeah,
you've kind of played for like, for like a lot of clubs that are kind of
yeah.
in the football league
Hmm.
right now. So
Hmm.
again, you kind of know the levels and the generations of like banter.
Mm,
And you also spoke about the banter now with the team, with the
mm,
vets teams now. We see it a
mm.
lot on socials. What do you think about the banter that clubs are getting involved with now?
I think some are fine, some are good. Um, but I think some of them just have a hint of distaste. Like the taste, it's like, do you need to say that? Like, what are we turning this into? Like, is this some battle of the gladiators? Like, well, what you know what I mean? Like, keep it on field, keep it on subject, and the subject is winning a game. And if you want to say my team will smash your team, whatever, cool. But it gets personal when people's like want to talk about your family, and I don't know. It's just it's weird. It's weird. And then what I find as well, and me and you are kind of victims of this, and it's not headed at any particular one because I've seen it by numerous teams. Is people are very touchy, and that's what triggers their banter. They're so touchy that they get an impression that there's an agenda or kind of a hidden message within the words. So if I comment on a team, on a performance, on a result, on news that's been posted, it's it's met with why did you say that, or blah blah blah, and you get a lot of aggression and a lot of emotions to it. Like, it's an opinion. If for example, if you turn around to me and say, I don't think New Park will score 20 goals this year, that's your opinion. It doesn't really matter. So it shouldn't trigger New Park. And sorry, New Park now. I'm just using an example. I just plucked out. There is no relation to his feelings towards New Park
You're
and
you're
my point.
listen, Shugsy, you're gonna get
I
bantered
like to
now.
do that
You're gonna get
because,
bantered now.
oh, that's fine. I don't mind that. But like, let's say that. But I wouldn't want New Park to come out and start absolutely ripping into you. Ah, what do you know? You're just some two-bit amateur wannabe, blah blah blah. I'm like, lads, relax. It's what he thought. You know what I mean? Like, if especially if he can justify the his opinion. If he's
Yeah.
just saying it for the sake of saying it, then you know what I mean. Then don't be so touchy. And and even if you do want to banter him, just keep it within reason because he's not being disrespectful for saying what he says because he's saying what he feels. If someone says what they feel, that shouldn't trigger you to go into, and we're going to use it, bully mode, where you, management and players start having a go at him because he says that. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. Through life, you're going to find people that think your opposition may think they're going to do bits and pieces to you. What are you going to have a go at them? You know what I mean? It's not that deep. So or you can by all means address things that are said, but just always have in mind that that person is a person, that person has feelings, that person deserves a certain degree of respect, and we're only talking about it because it's something we all love, so we play it. So yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you are right, and again, I don't know if it's a question or statement, but
Mm,
I would say, especially when, like, we kind of have this show and we talk about certain teams. There's a team that we spoke about, why like they were struggling, or why we think they like may not be in the league. And afterwards there was a lot of memes, there were a lot of stories.
mm,
They were kind of addressed to like you and I. and
Mm,
I personally found that funny. I found it
mm,
hilarious.
mm,
And again, the kind of creativity in the images and the stories and the comments, and but also as well, like where where do you draw the line? Because exactly what you said before, what
mm.
what you said about that particular team, that's your opinion. And
Yeah.
also, I put something out on social media
Hmm.
about what you said, which was correct. Well,
Yeah.
that I felt it was correct.
Yeah. I get you.
I
That's it.
mean,
I mean, for me, first of foremost, nothing wrong in disagreeing with anything you or I say. And I'll be specific to myself. There's nothing wrong in you disagreeing with what I say. I think where it gets a bit corny, a bit weird, a bit like, okay, is when I'm accused of being a hater. Because a hater is someone that doesn't give you your due rewards, your doesn't kind of give you your flowers when they're deserved. And that's something I always do. I always give credit where credit's due. I salute a person. You know what I mean? I say good things. Even in when I'm playing a match, a lot of people highlight when I complain. Yeah, but I'm a passionate person. Yeah. But when someone does something well, I say, well done, keep it up. That's what it's more like. Even if they didn't quite do what they wanted to do, I see what they were trying to do, so I'll compliment them. So when I'm cool, when a comment comes, you're a hater. I'm like, okay, don't know about that. So that's a bit corny. And then another term that was used was disrespectful. I'm like, is it disrespectful to have your own opinion? Is it disrespectful to question something you've seen because you don't truly understand it? And yeah, maybe it seems since events as time went on that I seem to be right and people went quiet again. I was like, okay, so maybe there you go. Like I wasn't trying to be newsworthy. I wasn't trying to activate the football scene or the field or get all players talking. You ask a question, I answer it in accordance to what I see, and I can once again justify it with my evidence. I may be wrong, but I'm a mathematics man. I do possibilities and probabilities. So if the possibility is high, the probability is high, then that's what I go with in how I distribute my opinions. So that's all I've ever done. And because I've played in the game, I know the game, I've refereed the game, I've coached the game. So I feel like I have a good opinion. So when those comments came in, it's one from a person that actually knows me. I was like, maybe you are just bannering because you know that's not how I am. But the other people that are reading what you say don't know that you know me. Therefore, they're going to kind of not see it as banter and more that okay, you know what I mean? But okay, but it was quite funny. But
yeah,
seems like seems like I was more right than wrong.
I honestly I found it hilarious
Mm,
because I mean again, you know we very occasionally like text each other, but
mm,
what I kind of said to you, I might look like we've kind of done exactly what we have to do,
mm,
not in a strategic way, but
yeah,
we've literally formed an opinion
yeah,
about a very well-known team, and literally
mm,
we've not sugarcoated it, and literally it's kind of gone round the circuit, which is
mm,
what we want,
mm,
and honestly, I don't personally, I didn't, I, I literally loved it really because again,
mm.
and I wasn't shy of putting everything on my stories. Literally, I'm not,
True. Yeah, yeah. Fair enough.
as you saw, I was putting things on my stories. I
You
wasn't
were.
hiding
Saw
away
that.
from the banter.
Yeah.
Which again, it's I want to make sure that everyone feels comfortable enough to like watch, to first
Mm,
of all watch the show and enjoy the show, but also
mhm. Of
have their comments about it, good, bad, or
course,
indifferent.
of course.
So yeah, that's how I found it.
Yeah, of course.
Another question: have we become a little bit PC in our banter? I.e., so if I said, "Oh, here comes Clinton Morrison,"
Hmm.
you know,
Yeah,
I'm I'm kind of course referring to your skin color. Like people have literally called
yeah,
me
yeah.
like a poor man's
Phil
Soul
Campbell.
Campbell.
Yeah,
Like that's
yeah,
banter. But again,
yeah.
where are
See,
we now becoming a lot PC because of that?
we're definitely in a
Can
PC. We're definitely in a PC world. I'm not gonna. I mean, I was looking at one of your posts today, or one of your stories today, and it was an interview with someone, and something he said could, in today's world, be offensive, and he didn't say anything offensive. I totally got it, but
yes, yes, I
you
know
see it.
exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yes, because
yeah,
yes, because I was conscious about that myself.
yeah, yeah.
Yes,
And I thought, but I get it. And sometimes we have to also understand, we have to allow a person to speak how they speak. If you ask them questions about their views in a broader view, you might understand that, okay, they don't have the notion that you think they have. So just to come on to your Clinton Morrison comment, yeah, we are similar complexion. Um, So I wouldn't, and it's funny that you brought this up. 'Cause I have to reiterate, I didn't know you were going to even ask this particular question or in this way. I was actually going to say, I don't even have a problem with certain race jokes. I think where we have a problem, and when I say we, I'm more specifying myself, is when you're looking at person's eye, you look and you think, I don't think they're joking. I think they're using a joke as a way to reveal their true feelings. And like, I'm of a Jamaican heritage. I wouldn't have a problem you having banter with me on my Jamaican heritage, or if you want to
but
talk about my skin tone to a degree, like I said, like a Clinton Morrison. But it has to make, for me, it has to make sense. The only problem I
mm,
have, the only reason why, in general, I don't like it is because you're kind of giving allowance to others to jump on it and use that as an excuse. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think when really you just want to spout racist stuff to me, or hateful stuff. We don't even have to say racist. We just have to say hate. You're just spreading hate. You're not actually spreading banter. You know what I mean? Because there's many a coach, that have talked about your attributes. Oh, the old one used to be barbecue, innit? Big, black, quick. You know what I mean? Oh, your
yeah,
barbecue. Oh, you lot. I've met many black guys that aren't big and that aren't quick. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want you to define me as barbecue. And I definitely don't want you to, you know what I mean, feel like you can allow others to call me that. And yeah, some things just don't need to be said. But if something relates specific to that person rather than that person's race, or you know what I mean, that stereotype, it's a bit different. You know what I mean? Like, I could be talking on there, and Clinton Morrison, he's quite fidgety. He's quite fidgety when he's doing his interviews. I don't know how much people watch him and pay attention to him. He's quite, he's all like that and all that. So if I was doing that with the complexion and all that, I could understand someone saying, "Right, Clinton, calm down." You know what I mean? Like, relax. You know what I mean? So I can get it because it's relatable. I'm not looking at it as just that he's black. It's more that we got similar complexion, and we got similar attributes in how we do our interviews. So no, I shouldn't be offended by it. You just take it pinch of salt. It's just when people
mm,
start saying things like, I don't know, relating you to a jam jar or something like that. Like, no, don't do that.
yeah,
Don't do that.
and 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 like for you, like I'd say like the last point or like question would be like, we actually need banter. We need football banter,
100%.
especially
100%.
especially in the in the environment that we're living in, right?
Yep. 100%. I mean, you have to smoothen the edges over. Like that guy that we had that tussle in the last game, Santos, Robert Lang. He said some horrible things on the pitch. He said some horrible things. And even he, at the end, even he said, my teammates were looking at me thinking, wow, what are you saying? But he said it, he was just trying to put me, he said, I was
Oh,
just trying to put you
oh,
off your game.
oh, okay. So he was saying horrible things to you,
Yeah. Horrible things. I'm not even going to
and
repeat them because it's not
yeah,
something you repeat here. Yeah.
but
But,
but like, in a way, he kind of won the physical and mental battle because
well,
you
well,
didn't win.
the idea wasn't banter on the pitch. The idea was to get into my head mentally. Yeah. And I have no problem saying, yeah, to a degree, he did. I think what really got to me is not so much that what he was saying, is that the referee was kind of agreeing by not giving me what I was asking for at the time. So that then got to me, his comments. It's like, you're not getting no justice from the ref, and this guy's in your ear and he's talking recklessly. Yeah, it's mad. But what I was getting to, how he smoothed it over was when he came after the end. And he was like, you know what? I was just trying to put you off your game and blah, 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 joking, running joke. So to answer your question that we need banter, if he continues speaking like that off the pitch, it's war. Or if I'm not a person that can defend myself, I go home sad. I go home depressed. Bad result. You know what I'm saying? Maybe bad decisions and definitely bad mood because this guy has continued his narrative off the pitch. Remember, I said before and after shouldn't be about that. Shouldn't be about horrible things. You know what I mean? But what he did, he shook my hand, hugged me, said, well done, whatever. And it was nice. So
Mm.
so you can banter a person and say, yeah, I won this, da, 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 da. But at the same time, he was also comforted. So now you feel like I'm cool with this guy. And because of that is why I requested him on Insta. I thought, you know what? That's what it's about. I don't mind it. I'll go head to head with anyone in the game. Anyone. Yeah. And trust me, on social media, there's a lot of trolls, Twitter, Insta, and I destroy them because they come on there with this bullying ethos, monkey emojis, N-word, all these things. I hate the N-word, by the way, just so you know. Yeah, but that's another show. And they come with all these things to really get at you. But I always destroy them because I just don't stop. I keep going at them. I start saying all the things I know they can't handle because they're bullies. Bullies can't handle you standing up to them. And when you stand up to them with intelligence, they only can say one thing. They go back to type A. You know what I mean? Because most of them have got very limited vocabulary. So they just say the same thing. So I know I can needle them because my vocabulary is wide. You know what I'm saying? So I just go into them into a point where they can't. And the amount of bullies that have blocked me because of that. You know what I mean? And it's really like we didn't need to be like that. Because if I say something and it's funny, say something funny back to me. It's fine. But let's keep a sense of care for each other, a bit of love. You know what I mean? Like if I'm running joke at you and I feel you ain't had the best of days, sometimes I'm just whining joking. Is everything right, my bro? Yeah? Good. I'm only joking still. Enough love. T. You know what I'm saying? And then you might even open to, yeah, sorry, I had a bad day at work, had some bad news. Do you know what I mean? We'll talk
Yeah.
next time. Bro, anytime I'm here, that's how we should be to each other. Not nasty, not vindictive. You know what I mean? Not just reckless with your words. You know what I mean? Have a bit of care for each other and we'll be happy to banter with anyone. And trust me, the game will grow from it. Because what happens is a manager or a player says nasty words to a manager or a player. That now begets more their players or manager backs them, their players or manager backs them. It becomes a rivalry, gets nasty. You get on a pitch, man's trying to take man out, like put him in hospital. Then guys on your sideline think, no, I'm not having that. And then it's a nasty. Then one or two teams get thrown out, fine. You're killing off the game. You lot are killing off the game from foolish talk. So keep it respectful. You know what I mean? Talk about whatever, but at the end of the day, it must end with hugs and laughter. Simple.
Love that. Love that. Shugsy, thank you so much for coming on. Where can people find you on Instagram?
Man, you can find me on Sugar TV Instagram. I have other fields, but I don't really touch them like that. The Sugar TV.
You know what? Actually, and before we go, and so Independent have so this is the game would have gone anyway, but Kuya friendly against Kuya.
Okay, yeah.
Are you looking to hopefully nick some minutes?
Sorry? Yeah, of course, yeah. I missed our last game because I was busy. I was away with family last weekend. Yeah, definitely would love to meet the Korea lads. To be honest, they've always been supportive of myself, and I know of yourself. They're quite active on social media. They're quite positive. They tend to not put out any negative kind of undertones, so they're good. You know, they're striving, and their narrative is they do it for Derek Kawoya. So that will kind of be like a respectful, I believe, a respectful meeting, and there'll be a lot of love there, and definitely be very competitive. It will be nice to nick some minutes, but we'll see how it goes.
And after the friendly, the season begins, first week in September. I think everyone can't wait, and I just want to wish Independent best of luck in Div 1, and also as well, you know, I want you to break a duck as well.
Don't worry about that, man.
Listen, I have to though, bro. Listen, I am worried about you though. Like,
but why
it's been
though?
almost.
Why?
Again, it's going to be almost a year.
How's it almost a year?
Well, I mean,
all right.
you know,
Let me just put things. Let me put things in perspective. Yeah.
Actually, not tell a lie, because you did score in the in-house friendly.
Yeah, I know, but I don't even count that. I did.
How many did you score?
I scored one, and I think I assisted one or two. I mean, something like that. But yeah, I don't really worry about. I don't worry about them things. I just know when opportunity
You don't worry
comes.
about scoring goals, but you're a striker.
I don't. No, I don't worry about it because I expect to do it. When I say I don't worry, not as in I don't care for scoring. Of course you care. If you said, do you care? Of course you do. I want to score every game. Every game. Yeah. Do I, you know what I mean? But do I worry? Oh man, I ain't scored. I just think every time I'm going to score if I get a chance. And a lot of things go into getting a chance. So partly your teammates, partly your management, and partly yourself. So you just got to get those three elements right. Sometimes you need a bit of luck. Sometimes, like I played last season, I played a few times on Sundays. I couldn't stop scoring.
Really?
You know what I mean? And it was all types of goals. If you see the goals I was scoring, you'd like, okay.
Don't say Thierry Henry goals and Van Nistelrooy goals.
No, not Thierry Henry, not Van Nistelrooy. You know what I mean? Definitely.
So goals like who?
Well, you said the name, so I just go with your narrative. I like going with your narrative because it's always about you, isn't it?
You know what? That's your favorite. You go with my narrative. I'm asking you a question. How, who would you compare yourself on a Sunday to an elite player in terms of the goals you were scoring?
I mean, I scored all different type of goals, so I can't say I can compare myself because I can be a fox in a box, but I can strike them. So it just really depends. You know what I mean? It also depends on the team I'm playing with, because There's some that are direct, hit the striker, and there's some that they want to try and play the tick-a-taka or whatnot, or the kind of Liverpool wide forwards scoring. So it depends on the team that you're with, that you're playing for. Because I've played for a couple. But yeah, man, it was nice.
Oh,
But yeah, I don't worry. I don't worry about scoring. I always believe I'll score.
Keep on believing, yeah.
That's it. And likewise, I want you to nothing but clean sheets. I do worry about you, I'm joking. That's it. That's it,
guys, thank you.
By the way,
so
people, just to end, that was banter. We move.
Guys, thank you so much for watching. Please go and follow Sugar TV on Instagram, and please like and subscribe to the Amateur Football channel. We will see you next week.